Well, you know, one of the things I was... Welcome. Whoa. What happened just now?
I'm so excited.
100th episode.
To the 100th episode. Woo! I'm just so excited because I got cake.
Well, you know what's crazy is that, you know, when you say 100th episode, there's only 50. We do this weekly. And there's 52 weeks in a year.
Right.
And we've certainly missed weeks.
Actually, I didn't even think about that.
It's 2 years that we've been doing this.
Kind of crazy.
I mean, I don't even feel like we've been in this office for 2 years, but we've actually been in 2
Maria's been an employee for 2 years because her PTO got upped.
Did it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was literally just thinking in my head, I'm like, oh my God, has Maria worked here for 2 years? And I was like, yes, she has.
Holy cow.
That's insane.
And we've been doing this for, 2 years.
Wow.
It is insane. And we've never doubled up. Like we've never done 2 episodes in a week that I can think of.
No. And for the record, it started off as, we changed the name like 3 times.
We did. We did. Well, as any good startup would go through, or any business, we pivoted. We did. Along it. And what we started with it as budget banking, which is, you know, one of our philosophies in life. And it was just like, but like finances were just, you know, it's kind of boring for us. We were just like, we're like making up stuff to talk about. And it's like, you know, the great thing about budget banking is that it's one and done. Once you set it up, it's on autopilot. So you don't have to worry about these things anymore.
Part of it was we were trying to talk too much about that specific process and not enough about it. It rolled into our life. Like, obviously budgeting is part of everybody's life, but then we realized there was so many more aspects to business than just the financial. And so it was important to share.
What did we change it to the second time?
The middle, I can't remember. Do you remember? We changed it.
We changed it. It was very brief.
Super short.
Like it was budgets and belly laughs.
Oh, that's right.
Because we were going to try to stick with the financial
piece. That's right.
piece.
That's good. Look at her.
And then we were just like, you know what? It's really just business.
Yeah.
And so we changed it to business and belly laughs.
Yeah.
And then it became Seinfeld, the show about nothing, where we just kind of talk about our lives and business as well.
And now we love it.
The idea is to become just, you know, I hate to say relatable, but the reality is that I think it's very easy to look at other people that are in any different businesses, different industries, and wonder, like, I wonder what they're like. Like, I wonder if they're like me.
Right.
And I feel like we're very much like everyone else.
Well, you do. You want to do business with people, right? People like people, and it's all about relationship building. But at the same time, you know, I don't know what I was just saying. I got pregnancy brain bad right now. I do. Like, thoughts just like leave me. What I was going to say is,
this
like, even in sales.
This podcast is so old. It's been through the birth of all of our children.
No, what I was going to say is that, like, even in sales, like, people want to do business with others that they feel like they know. They have much more
relatable.
Yes, they want to be relatable, which is exactly what you said. But the other thing is that I always want to do business with people that I know are treating their employees well too, and like that their people and their clients and their customers. And
does that come across in the show?
I think that it's part of the discussions that we have. Yeah.
I mean, we do talk. That
was my thought that I lost out of thin air.
I feel that we are 96% open with everything that we do in the company.
Oh, yeah.
And then we probably hold back 4% that we'll probably share years down the road.
Yeah.
It's just that it's probably not relevant or prevalent to share today.
Yeah.
But then we'll reflect back and be like, yeah, you know, here's some things that we went through or that we had to do to get across the finish line.
Totally.
You know, and by then I might have donated another kidney.
He has not donated a kidney yet. But speaking of treating our employees well, and me and my pregnancy brain, part of the reason we got this is because I have such a sweet tooth lately, and I thought,
so we have this
what
cake
better
in front
excuse?
Of us. So if you see the picture,
well, hold on. Okay, we actually, when I got this and we were going to cut it on this episode, I realized we never had a wedding cake. We actually got married. We actually had a surprise wedding at a bar. Yes,
we invited. We didn't really know who to. It's we could talk a whole episode about. Spending money on weddings.
We can give a quick 10 that we could talk about wedding budgets.
But here's the reality: is that we decided we couldn't really decide who to invite, who to come, and every time we put together a list, it was like 140 people. And so we ultimately decided to just have a party and invite everyone to the party, and then just see who came. And then in the beginning, it truly was just going to be a party.
And we were going to do it local because we were planning on getting married.
We were going to elope out of state up in Maine.
Yes.
And then there was like a little bit of sadness coming from maybe primarily your mom. It was like, oh, I really wish I could have been there. And then we kind of came with this idea of like...
Well, no, my parents were like, we're just going to show up to Maine. And then it really and truly, it was this crazy series of events where like a hurricane hit Maine for the first time ever. Yeah. And then we like changed destination.
But we'd already made a decision.
To not do it there. Yeah.
To throw... And because we were going to film this elaborate setup to make people think that we had gotten married.
Yes.
And then do a surprise, and then basically wear our wedding attire to this party that we were throwing at a bar, the nicest bar, like one of our favorite places, favorite places. And basically, we invited. I think we had like 80 some guests that ended up showing up.
Well, we invited over 100 people, but most of them were out of state, and we were just like, you know what? It's friends and family, and we're going to invite them. And we were absolutely shocked at the amount of people that flew in for like a couple hours
for a party,
free bar.
Yeah. Now, granted, we had it at the number one cocktail house in Sarasota.
Yes, but they were just coming for us because they love us, which was the most humbling experience.
Which was so exciting.
But we did not get a wedding cake.
But we didn't have a wedding cake.
So I'm like, should we do
our wedding cake?
I would say we should do the feed each other, but I think we just
for those of you who are just listening, I actually we don't have a knife here, but we
do have knives, but we're a steak company too.
We have a cleaver from the filming that we do for our steak company, and so I'm literally going to. Can I just cut this?
Yeah, don't worry. It's been washed since the raw meat fiasco.
I know. By the way, this knife is so heavy. I don't even have. It's harder to pull up on the knife.
Wow.
Than it is to look at that. Ooh,
good job.
And then I'm going to turn.
Okay, we have to turn it and cut that into 3 pieces.
Why 3?
Because Maria's in the room.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Well, you don't have to, but I'm not going to eat. Yeah, do 3 pieces. All That's fine.
I can share.
Those are plenty big.
Wow, look at this. Here, can you give me a napkin?
You can use one of those sheets that you printed too many of.
Oh, I'll just set it on the
There you go.
Like that.
Good work. That was some good cake cutting. Okay, and then can you do this part too?
Yes, I can do this part.
All right, we're putting these on our plates, and then we're going to get our employees the cakes that, bless their hearts, they've been looking at all day.
Okay, there's one.
Is that big enough for you, Maria? Okay, I'll have the center, please.
Now, who picked chocolate for the center?
I did.
Is this your favorite?
I do love chocolate, and I did not get in between. Just put that down, and they can figure it out there.
Okay.
All right, Maria. I'm giving Maria her cake, and then Maria, can you help take the big cake out there, and then we're going to continue.
And then we're going to take a bite of this cake.
Here, okay.
Do you need help, or you got this?
Maria's got this.
Thank you so much, Maria.
Woo, 100 episodes. Thank you. The
reason why I was asking about the flavor is because I would have picked vanilla.
Vanilla cake, never.
And so we didn't even get like a half vanilla, half chocolate here. You just picked.
I will always pick chocolate.
And is this buttercream?
It's buttercream frosting. And there is raspberry.
One of the things that I think companies should do.
Okay, the raspberry is actually amazing.
Oh, there's raspberry in there?
In the center.
Okay, I didn't taste it yet. Is celebrate the victories, like celebrate the wins. And I think that I try to do that here. And, throughout the year, we have some lunches. We have little things. Obviously, we do a birthday cake for the company. We just did the birthday cake for the 100th episode. But I think it's really important to celebrate the victories that you have in your company. And we have the giant bell. So when we make sales, we generate money, we ring the bell. And
which was hilarious because Abigail's been in the office twice. And she's old enough now that this last time she came in, twice while people were working. She's been here plenty of times to help you on the weekends. But wow. You go ahead and the raspberry?
Yeah.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that I'm not even joking. That just transformed the whole cake
The
for me.
whole cake. It was so good.
When the raspberry hits your mouth, it is. It was like an explosion of flavor that I can't even explain.
Maria, you can get more too if you want a bigger piece. Yeah, go out there and go crazy. But
yeah,
I wasn't going to continue chewing because no one wants to listen to anybody chew in a
no,
microphone.
I think it's actually.
What is it? What is it? The sound, the ASTM or ASTMR? Is that what it is? Yeah. ASMR.
What does that mean?
I don't know what it means.
Smile?
No, it's like the sounds. It's like if you were like, oh, this cake's delicious. But
That was gross.
I know, exactly.
No, there's a difference between actually eating and making the sound, and you just moving your mouth, making that sound, watching you was gross.
Sorry to all of our listeners.
Wow. I just feel like my diabetes just hit a whole new level on that cake.
But what were we talking about before I made my sound?
We're talking about celebrating victories, and that Abigail had been here.
Oh, the ringing the bell.
And ringing the bell.
She wouldn't stop. All of a sudden, she learned how to hit the button. And
she learned to hold the button.
Yeah.
And it just rings. Like, that thing's amazing.
I know. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun. It's pretty awesome. We got... I just like the celebrating things. I think it's very cool.
It is.
For as much as you talked about this cake and the fact that you took one bite, I'm a little bit amazed.
Well, no, I took just so everybody knows, I actually said, we're going to cut the cake on camera.
Okay, so here's what's
hilarious. And then I said, we're going to leave the room, stop the recording, enjoy our cake that we've all been waiting for. Yeah. And I was like, and we can enjoy it with the team and have cake time. And then we can come back. And he was like, no, we can just eat on the podcast. And I'm like, okay,
I'm like on a time frame.
You are on fire today.
Well, what's interesting is that you brought this cake in and you were like excited. You were so excited. You came in, you're like, hey, everyone. Now granted, I'm on a homeinspections.com webinar.
I don't know this.
And we have in this office, it's very easy to get background noise and get feedback.
It's open office. Like, you don't have.
So we just have a bullpen.
You're not closed in a room. Yeah, I am,
right.
But you're not.
And people have always complained about it. And
who's complained?
Well, we not complained, commented. Like,
well, there's certainly been like clients on the phone before that have said like, hey, it's really loud.
It's not our team like, oh, that. It's just that it's in certain meeting settings and stuff. You just have to be careful. So, anyways. This week we just
Google's
launched.
Usually really good at canceling out noise.
It depends on what it comes through, like what software, what Logitech, what monitor, whatever. So anyways, I'm on homeinspections.com webinar, and I just launched the new version of the webinar. We just made massive changes to the website, and I made a decision because just like maybe people listen to us a little bit, like I listen to a ton of podcasts and learn and glean, and I was watching. There's a guy named Alex Hormozy, and a lot of people might, see what he is. His shtick is like, he's like super muscular, wearing a wife beater, got a nasal strip on, long hair. And you'd be like.
Wears a nasal strip?
Yes. Yeah. It's
just like all the time.
It just helps with his whole persona. Like, which is why I was growing my hair out, was like, it's very easy.
Because of Alex?
No, not because of Alex Hormozy, but it's very easy to blend in. Being a clean-cut white guy, it's very easy to blend into everybody else.
Right.
I'd rather be maybe a little grayer, longer-haired gray guy, maybe to just, make a little difference. But anyway, the point is that I was listening to him, and he and this was just like last week.
I'm coming over.
And he made a thing where it was like, a lot of people will spend $1,000 in ads, and they'll generate $1,200 of revenue. And he's like, they're making $200. Mm-hmm. And he goes, and then they spend all this time trying to get the $1,000 down to $900.
They try to get their costs lower so their profitability is higher.
So they grow the gap. And he's like, why do that? He goes, just 10x it. He goes, if you want to make more money, just put $10,000 in ads, and now you're going to make $12,000 out. And
now you made $2,000.
Now you made $2,000. And so you're never going to, no matter how hard you work, you're never going to create a $2,000 spread on that original concept.
Right.
And so,
because you'd have to chop your costs into nothing.
And so, we've been working really hard for the last 4 months on our onboarding and the webinar series and all the automation. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to fucking do it, man. I'm going to risk it. Like, I'm going to launch in a ton of cities. and just increase the volume. And if the volume increases, we should just get more sales. Now, I have a cost associated with that. So every city costs us $60 to launch in. So if and by the way, we launch a new set of cities every Friday. So it snowballs. So if you think about this, that means now we're going from, we were launching 5 cities. So $300 on a Friday of the launch. Multiply that by 5 now. So now we're launching $1,500 every Friday, which is like $5,000
I hear you.
a month.
And you know what? First of all, I think the concept's amazing. This is the second time I've heard it, and you're like doing math.
Now you know how I feel. Now you know how I feel. So, anyways,
there's actually something
I do. Now I sit there and I say, "Hey, just save it." You're like, "Oh, I'll tell you." I'm like, "Are you gonna play the podcast?" And you're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, save it. Just save it. I need."
And there's been one story in here that I wanted to say 3 times, and you're like, "No, literally, I told you to wait."
Save it. So, anyways, long story short,
you're on a webinar.
I've invested a lot in this new.
We
webinar
launched
series.
in like 25 cities.
We launched 25 cities. I've got a lot of people on the call.
It's been a busy week.
You're in the studio or in the main office, and you guys are all loud and thing. And so
first of all,
I raise my hand and I can't say like, "Hey guys, can you be quiet?" Like, so I literally am like, webinar.
Were you on mute when you did that?
No.
Or no, I didn't think you were. He raised his hands in the air. And he was like, "I'm on a presentation here."
No, I did not say that. I said presentation. Like that, and
we were
webinar.
We were momentary dogs, like,
and everyone kind of turned and stared. And the reason is because one, it was a little bit on the rude side, but like I'm like, I didn't have time.
Well, and I didn't mean to I didn't know you were on a call with anyone outside of the business, and 2, I didn't realize it was potential sale. Like, I would have never come in.
I'm trying to close to make money. I'm trying to bring home the bacon, make the dollars, make the sausage.
Like, I got a cake.
You got a cake. You're like, here, look at the cake we got. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to close home. Meanwhile, people on this thing, you're on a call. You're like learning about home inspections. And in the background, you just hear like, oh, look at his cake. Oh,
But then you were able to say to everyone on the call, you were like, really sorry, guys, we have a celebration.
Yeah, we have a celebration
today for hitting a milestone.
People are excited.
Which is nice. Like, if I was on the call, I would be like, oh, that's really nice that he was planning on having it be a fun day. And
so
then
I should do some calls with no cake and
like
magical ice cream in the background, like have a button like Maria where I can just be like, hit the button and like it's like cake and cheering. Like, yeah, hey, there's the cake. Let's open it.
A Sunday bar behind you while you're giving presentations.
Anyways, I was like, sorry, because I didn't mean to be rude or anything like that, but it's like I'm not on edge, but I'm a little bit on edge because I'm trying to get this. We gotta grow.
Yes, we do need to grow,
and we gotta grow to get to the point where I can hire someone to do what I'm doing.
I love it because the employees that work in the office with you now, point being, that have been with you for 2 years, and so. And one of the employees just said earlier, they were like, "He's a great boss," and because I said, "Has he been intense lately, or is everything okay in the office?" I'm like, I'm quote unquote HR. I'm not real HR. I mean, nobody is, but like, I'm not the person who's like super strict, by the book, follow the rules. But I am like, let me get a pulse on the org.
Is Chris losing his shit?
Are we doing okay over here? Well, and I haven't been here for a couple of weeks because my parents were gone, so I didn't have any daycare. We all know daycare didn't go well. That was canceled. And so anyway, rolling into it, we haven't been able to get back on, and we couldn't do the 100th episode remote. We
you can't do that. I mean, we were literally going to do 100% remote. It's like, you can't do this.
No, we were like, we didn't realize.
By the way, super excited. Maria cut a new intro that's going to come with the 100th episode.
You would have already seen it if you were watching.
Yeah, matter of fact, you've already seen it. So that's a new intro that Maria cut.
Enjoy.
But it's got like one of the little cutaways is like us doing remote, and it's got my favorite little thing that I brought in.
The toy that I learned how to play the piano.
Fun thing. So super appreciative of her putting together
something special. We got to keep things fresh. We got to keep it fresh. But we've had, speaking of fresh, my dad was just texting that the car you borrowed was cleaned. And so we've had, over the last couple of weeks, we've tried to keep track of everything going on in our lives that we would think is worthy of sharing on the podcast. Yeah. Some more interesting to us than others, but we've had quite a few car fiascos.
Well, I mean, the biggest one just happened yesterday in my mind.
Well, that was the biggest.
I mean, about, you know what? What's interesting is that if I hadn't just locked my keys in the car.
That's what I was laughing about, because that's what was originally on the list. So he had to call OnStar, and like 2 days passed, and he was like, "Oh, did I tell you I had to get OnStar to the office today or whatever?" I'm like, "No,
I don't think 2 days have passed, but I did lock. And the thing is that most people, like when you lock your keys in the car, you know immediately, because you're patting your jeans, looking for the key. Like you do something, you're like, oh shit, I just locked the keys in the car. Like it's instantaneous. It's
I feel like it's something. I feel like it's much more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's like a man thing. We have purses. Like, I couldn't tell you. I actually, and I'm going to knock on every piece of wood right now because my brain is
Does the
leaving
Atlas
me.
have
I have never locked keys in a car. Not once.
Okay, well, I've done it a dozen times in my life. So anyways, I did that. I called OnStar. I do not have an OnStar. No, wait, we do pay $12 a month for OnStar.
In the truck?
It comes out of ever since we got in the accident, we paid for OnStar because it called the emergency services.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it worked. I actually, because they give you like a courtesy one once a year.
Budget Banking 101, know what you're subscribed to?
No, Budget Banking 101, it's so successful, we don't even pay attention.
Because we have it and we're not.
Because it's automated.
Yeah, and it's insane. Covered.
So anyways, yesterday, Brandon calls me.
Well, so hold on. So you did lock the keys in the car. They came to the office. Problem was solved for you. So that was
no one came to the office. They satellites unlocked the car.
What?
Yes. OnStar is just connected to your car.
What? No.
Yes. I call them up, be like, hey, I'm locked out of my car.
Like someone else has like an app?
Yeah, OnStar.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
A bunch of people.
I told you I've never done it before, so how would I know?
Okay, well, it doesn't work for your car. It's GM products, or if you have OnStar services connected to your phone.
Okay.
So if you don't have that, it's not going to work. I don't think Volkswagen has on. Maybe they have something else.
Well,
matter of fact, they have an app that you need to reconnect to your.
No, that's what I was saying. My app opens and closes.
Oh, by the way, I have a Chevrolet app, but it's using like a super old email, and I can't get access to it.
Oh, that is a problem.
Yeah.
But so yesterday I was all annoyed because I do have a Volkswagen, which I love, and I very much so promote the car that I have. I drive an Atlas, very happy with it. But the freaking infotainment system, it continues to like shut on and off, which is hilarious because
by the way,
one day
last night, I think it closed the garage. Did you hit the button to close the garage last night? I don't think you would have because I was walking to the garage.
No, I didn't.
I'm walking to the garage. It started closing.
Did it?
I had to run in. I looked back at you. I was like, what are you doing?
No, I did not.
But you weren't paying attention. I was like,
I'm telling you, it's been doing. If you walk up behind it, the trunk's opening on its own. The other day, you were like,
it's AI, man.
You were like, I barely touched that button, and it is acting so funky. And the other day, it turned off completely. Now it's been doing like random reboots, the computer system in the car. And the one day we were driving together, I told you to get out of the car and do a circle around the car.
Yeah.
Which the circle, it's like a Chinese fire drill. There's no point to it aside from just like be out of the car, time, and
I thought you were fucking with me.
Keep your keys.
You're like, I can totally make him get out of the car and walk around it.
One of the times you were driving back from somewhere far and you were like, it's not working. Trust me. I've already gotten out of the car 10 times and done a circle around the car. And I'm just picturing you on Alligator Alley, like doing circles
I was in
on the side of
Miami at a stoplight. And I'm like, people are going to think I'm so weird. I'm getting out of the car, walking a circle around the car, getting back in the car.
But it totally shut down on me yesterday, which pissed me off because it's what manages the climate control in the car. So the AC is not broken, but if you can't get on the freaking touch screen. So I needed to bring mine in. I go to call you to tell you the Volkswagen's not working. And you're like, I'm on my way to Anna Maria.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, Brandon called me. No, I texted you and I was like, hey, I sent you the address. And I said, this couldn't be any further from where I'm at right now. And so I drove all the way to the end of Anna Maria Island. And
it was over an hour
drive. It was a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
But anyway, Brandon locked the keys in the car. And what the funny thing is like, he goes, I think I locked the keys in the car. I'm like, what do you mean you think? This
I'm gonna need you to know.
I locked the keys or, hey, I'm just calling you to chit chat because, you would exhaust. I go, well, did you check the back? So he must have hit the lock button, but he usually clips the keys on his belt.
Look, he's
and
a man.
They're in the front seat.
You guys just need to invest in a man purse.
I didn't feel that bad. We talked about sending an Uber out there with the keys, and I shared that with him this morning. I was like, I almost sent an Uber out there, but if that key didn't make it.
That's the thing. Then you don't have one.
And the other thing, I don't know if you thought about this. When you're in the app with Uber or Lyft, it's showing your location.
Right.
And then if it takes too long, it's like, are you okay?
Right.
So like it knows that you're in, like you are with the driver, and I'm curious if it would even work or if something they would look at it as fraud.
I have heard of things though before, where it was like, there's certain stores that deliver alcohol now, but I have heard of in the past. Grizzly, I think, went out of business, but there was a company called Grizzly that delivered alcohol specifically. Now it's just like, I think it went out of business because you can use DoorDash to get anything from any store anywhere, you know, and like drivers and Uber Eats. Yeah, you can just get whatever you want and they'll bring it to you, which is kind of the concept. But before that, I do believe, and this was probably before.
Well, the other thing is that if you're at the point where you need to order alcohol.
It would be amazing to see the statistics of who does it, because I remember, I mean, I used to have a girlfriend that lived in New York City, and I mean, the wine shop must have been downstairs from her house, but she'd have someone like bring it to her door. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and I get on you because every now and then you're like, oh, I'm just going to DoorDash. I'm
okay,
like,
well,
we
so
are not DoorDash.
So we're jumping stories.
Oh, is this on your
hold
list?
On. We need to finish talking about
cars.
The only other thing with the car was that I actually... The poor mirrors on the Atlas have seen better days. The side mirrors on the Atlas. I don't want to talk about that. Like,
and the problem is that it's not a problem, but you admitted it to it once, and then when I actually went to look at it, I realized no, you've done it twice because each mirror. Has
I admitted to it twice. Once I hit at the UPS, and the other one was I was pulling in.
No. When you mentioned the first time, I checked most mirrors; they were both scratched, and then you must have hit it something again. And just been like, yeah, I hit this again.
I was going into UPS and I hit on the one side. And I told you, I was like, yeah, there's a little scratch. I looked at it.
You know, it's minor.
It's super minor. And the mirrors move. Our mirrors move.
They do.
The problem is the other things, they don't move. If everybody's mirrors moved, there wouldn't have been a scratch because they would have both.
They would just moved
together.
Flexed.
Yeah. So
I know that I borrowed your dad's car, and, you know, having locked keys, and your dad had both set of keys in the house. And I grabbed one and I looked at the other one and I said to myself, Chris, grab the backup set of keys in case you lock yourself out.
Oh my gosh, did you?
And I said, no, I should probably leave that there. And no real reason. Like everything inside of me said, grab both keys. Put one in your backpack so that
would have felt crazy to me, like grabbing both keys. I would have never done that.
Right, because usually you don't take both keys.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'll leave one here. But then
you were so funny.
But we were traveling so far.
Well, first of all, you forgot. So he went on a dive trip, and he was like, oh, I didn't even think about it, but everyone's flying in, and it's 4 of my friends, and we're driving to the Keys or whatever.
And the truck, and because you need the Atlas, if I could take the Atlas, it'd be great because we have plenty of room.
Right, but the baby only goes in the Atlas. Well, she's hardly a baby anymore. But anyway.
I probably should have just moved you into the truck.
No, I wouldn't. That would not have gone well for you or me or anyone.
That's what I figured.
No. Yeah. So anyway, he was going to ask my dad, but it's like the day before, and he's sitting there. My dad's on vacation in Michigan, and he's like crossing his fingers, like, "Come on, Jerry."
I'm like, "Oh, Jerry, don't let me down.
Let me use this car,
Jerry."
Okay, so what happened with the 2 keys? So my dad, of course, said yes.
Yeah, and I just left one key there. I just took one key with me.
But so what's the point of that story? You didn't lock the keys.
Well, you're
in
the
car?
one that added to the list. But first of all, it was just the fact, and I told you, I was like, man, I almost took both sets of keys because I just locked myself out of the car.
Hold on. Okay, what my comment, about the keys was that he didn't know my parents were coming back from Michigan. He parked his truck in their driveway. They
blocking the way to get in their other car back in.
They couldn't get back in their own garage to unload.
I felt like such a slob.
My dad said, well, didn't you leave your keys? Because anyone who parks in someone's driveway,
if they're home.
That was the point.
I didn't realize that.
You didn't leave your keys.
First of all, I am so excited or happy that they weren't coming home like in 2 days. And like my car would have been blocking. And you could have came and brought your key and visited them. Or if they were visiting you, you could have solved the problem. But
anyway.
But you're totally right. Like I felt so bad because I'm like, okay, in my fairness, typically your parents go to Michigan for a month.
Okay, and also, he thought they were going to be there longer. But also it's on his calendar. But he got home that night and he was like, I can drive to your parents right now. Mind you, okay, I've been in...
Right, you've been on your own for 4 days.
Call it 5, because the night before you left on your dive trip, one of them was coming into town.
Into Tampa, and I drove up to get him, and he was late, and by the time we got home, then we all stayed up at night.
That was a whole thing, which is also on the list. But so the night he came home, from the dive trip, he was like, well, I can just drive up to your parents, 45-minute drive one way. So it's like, oh, you're going to leave for 2 hours. And I'm like, no, you can bring them those keys tomorrow. They can park on the street.
Yeah. Just so you guys know.
Okay. Also,
you guys would have had access to the garage.
I said, I can bring them the keys. I'll leave for 2 hours. You can stay with the child.
I said you could do that. You said, no, I wanted to relax and spend time with me because you missed me.
So much. No, I did. I totally did. But so that was all of the car fiascos. But we can, because we're kind of on the topic, we'll roll into the dive trip. The night before you left, you thought that the guys were coming in. You said, oh, I think it's going to be like 4:00 at the...
I thought they were coming into Sarasota, and
so he's about to leave me for 4 nights or whatever. And then he's like, oh, by the way, I need to drive up. It's like it's Abigail's bedtime. He usually helps with that. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be leaving.
I did help with all of that because I didn't have to leave.
You did give her a bath.
And so I gave her a bath. Yes. I got her ready. I did everything else. And then
there's been huge storms though.
Up to get Paul. And so I specifically asked Paul, I say, Paul, do you want to eat here or do you want to eat and then I can just bring you home? And he's like, no, let's go out to eat together. Well, by the time we get him.
First of all,
by the time he arrives, by the time I get him.
I'm looking at you. I was going.
I have like 20 minutes. Like we're almost into downtown Sarasota and I have like 20 minutes before
you're skipping a huge
everything closes.
I'm sitting there talking to you and I'm like, okay, what do you want me to give you for dinner before you go and get this man? And you were like, oh, well, let me just see what he's doing. So anyway, it was this whole thing.
Right.
And then 10 minutes before you had to go, you were like, well, you're on your own. Paul messaged back and wants to do dinner. So go figure out your dinner like quick. I had Chipotle. I was like, okay, I'll be right back. Like
we've had a lot of Chipotle lately.
I know.
By the way, I love Chipotle.
It is good. But you went to go get him and you're like, Paul wants to go to dinner. Well, his flight gets delayed an hour.
Right.
And so now it's like by the time he gets his bags and whatever, you weren't going to be getting back to Sarasota until what we thought was going to be 10 o'clock at night. It ended up being like 10:45.
10:45.
And I'm the one who was like researching restaurants. You keep calling me. You're like,
where can we go?
This bar's closed. I'm like, I have sent you the only 3 locations in town.
But that's not true because when we drove Main Street, there was a lot of places that were just like Brewster's was a backup and Brewster's open till 2 or 1.
Okay.
So like you didn't give me everything. You kind of hit some of our hot spots on our priority list. Anyways, we got into Selva. And so what was super cool about Selva is that you and I are very well aware of like the happy hour menu.
They do great happy hour.
And so they have a happy hour menu that's like 50% off.
This is like a Peruvian steak restaurant. Like it's very good.
Very good.
Yeah, high end.
And then for dinner, if you're at the bar, the price goes up to normal size, but whatever. Well, we found out they have a late night menu that mimics.
Which I'm glad you experienced this one time in your life, but now that we have children, even on a good day, if we have no children, you wouldn't be up that late.
The one benefit with this kind of late term pregnancy that we've got going on right now.
Late term?
Yeah, we're in the 9th month.
What?
We're in the home stretch. We got like 3-4 weeks left.
Okay. I'm like 8 months pregnant right now.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, we got like 4 weeks left. And what I'm trying to share with you is that there's been this added benefit of food cravings that really just benefits me. Like you're not the type to like, hey, I want some ice cream and some pickles. You're like, you know what? You've really been wanting to get ramen from that one restaurant for a long time, like 5 years. Would you like to go tonight? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, it's time. You're like, oh, would you like to try? Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm like cooking a lot more at home. I don't eat a lot during the day, but then I feel like I have like 3 dinners.
Well, because you're passed out. You're like, I'm starving. I'm like, why didn't you eat? You're like, there's no food. I'm like,
no, because I have a toddler I'm running after. She's crazy town.
Well, you're keeping.
But give the highs and lows of your dive trip. It was really. Well, the other thing we didn't talk about is because Paul came and stayed with us. You guys had a good time that morning. Stayed in town longer. We made him a coffee. He was like,
yeah. Everyone's flights got delayed.
Got
and
canceled.
Whatever, so we actually had time to hang out.
Yeah.
And we ended up going to Palm Avenue Deli. Had some blueberry pancakes.
Well, we have the Breville at home. Our coffee machine.
Made him a coffee. And I've never used the steamer.
I know. He was like, I'll have a latte.
I wonder if I could
and we
steam
actually
heavy
had
cream.
it. Maybe.
I wonder if it would taste better.
But I had book club at our house the other day, and all the girls, I like offered them coffee. I was like, do you want anything? And it was like, oh my God, I need to make some coffee over here. We're so used to just making like espresso shots, Americanos, like black coffees or whatever, putting a little bit of cream.
But it was kind of cool to push some buttons and be like, oh, this thing makes cappuccinos.
It can do more. Yeah. But then we made him, because we spent some time getting the nursery ready, which we'll talk about, but there was a mattress up in that room.
Yeah, the old queen mattress was there, and so we kept everything was done. The bed frame's gone. We had the mattress on the ground, and the idea was after the guy stayed there, then we would carry the mattress down 4
We live
floors.
in a 4-story townhome. So, and Paul is the type of guy, so I've heard, who likes the 10,000 thread count sheets. Like, he likes things nice.
Oh, yeah.
And so Paul's sitting there the night before, it's almost midnight, and you're like, oh, we just got to move this mattress in the morning. And I'm like, it's the heaviest mattress you're ever going to touch in your life. I'm like, and so good luck. And he was like, don't you have someone that you can call to come and do that?
He's like, don't you have someone that you could call to do this task? And I'm like,
you were like,
yeah, Paul.
no.
I called you. You're here, and we are going to do it tomorrow morning. And he actually did a lot. He was actually underneath it.
He did
and
the bulk of it.
He did a great job there.
You guys did amazing.
But he is like my
he was like, I would just
friend.
He goes, I would just tell you.
I could tell you stories about trips and Paul, and just be like, yeah, I'm not sure if I can actually do this. I'm like, what? You make your own drink, Paul? Paul, what? You don't have a poker dealer? We have to deal our own cards? Paul.
He's awesome. We stayed up
gosh, I love the guy.
We were talking about like lake houses and stuff with him too, which was really cool. But that was one of the comments, is he was like, okay, if you had this fixer upper, or if you had another one, like, what would your decision be? And we ended up, I said, well, I'm married to my fixer-upper. So I was like, so
like,
that...
Paul, guess what? You're not doing the fixer-upper, buddy.
You have to hire someone to move your mattresses and do all the contracting for your house.
You know, highs and lows of the dive trip, we did something we've never done before, and that was we went lionfish hunting. We speared lionfish. And if you don't know, lionfish... They're very beautiful. They got like these huge dorsal fins and things that go out, and they got spikes on them, and they're poisonous.
Okay, a dorsal fin is on the top.
They got that too. Yeah. They got pectorals and
okay, because you went to the sides.
Yeah, like I'm like Finding Nemo here. But anyways, you take a pair of shears and you cut them off, and then you fillet it like a normal fish. Now, I have always been led to believe that these fish are like poison that's going to kill you, die.
Well, they are.
And the guy on the boat, he's like, oh yeah, if you get it's just like a bee sting. He's like,
if you ate it, or if you poked your finger with it?
If you poked your finger with it.
But if you ate it.
First of all, sharks eat them. Like,
you're not a shark.
Okay, anyway, we clipped the things off. Anyway, they cleaned them for us. Paul was happy because they cleaned the fish for us. And they gave us a bag of fish meat. And then we went to a restaurant and we had it prepared. And I am not shitting you. Is the best fish I've ever had in my life.
I need to try it now. I want to try it.
Oh my gosh. It was.
Because you're obsessed with mahi.
I'm a huge mahi. It is a very nice white flaky fish, but buttery soft.
This is lionfish.
Lionfish. Yeah. And so I definitely recommend anyone do that.
It's not something you can easily find. And I don't think restaurants are like making it readily available, probably due to the poisonous factor.
Probably.
Yeah.
The probably the only downside was the sargassum. Right. And so sargassum. It is like a floating seaweed. And it floats into the shore and then it rots and it puts off a smell. And so it's something that happens this time of year across the entire Caribbean. And it's grown. Basically, as more fertilizers and nitrogen enter the oceans, this stuff is growing more and more and more. And they cannot figure out how to get rid of it. And they hire, people, even when we were in Belize a couple of years ago, they had tractors that were scooping up the sargassum along the coast. Yeah, it was crazy. Brutal. And it stinks. It just absolutely stinks.
Oh my gosh.
One of Adam's friends that were there recently got a new pool, and so we crashed at some of his friends' houses down the Keys and hung out in that pool.
You didn't you hung for the day. You had your own place.
Well, when I say crash, it means like we're kind of invited ourselves.
Well, by the way, Old Man River over here literally means crashed, because I think all he did on this trip was nap. It's like he'd like
totally catch up on all my sleep.
I don't like people sleeping around me ever. Mm-hmm. Like it does not matter who you are. Ever since I was a kid, it's a problem. Like I used to, if my dad fell asleep on the couch after work and something funny happened on the TV, I would like intentionally laugh really loud at the TV to like wake him up because I don't understand.
You'll literally sleep when you're count dead. On the number of my knuckles. How many times I've literally napped next to you?
Yeah, it's
if I
fun.
even close my eyes, you look at me and you're like, are you?
I actually ask if you're okay. No, I ask if you're okay.
You look at me and you're like, are you tired?
It's a deep concern of mine.
Okay, even more passive aggressive. Are you okay?
No, I'm just worried about your physical health.
Why do you think okay?
Is life wearing you?
You're closing your eyes.
Is life wearing you down? Are you?
Yes, yes. Life is wearing me down.
The children, the business.
Winner, chicken dinner. Yes.
So I hope you caught up on your sleep on this dive trip because he texted me, just woke up from a nap. And by the way, here I am, day 5. Our daughter's been waking up every hour.
By the way.
And I'm like on a 24-hour shift. And
4 guys on vacation. We're all taking naps. And it's not like, oh, we ate, we're hungry now. Like we dove. Like there's an extra little bit of exertion.
I do agree with you, but even if you weren't diving, you'd be napping.
No, I doubt that. No, because we spent in the previous years, we spent a lot of time laying by the pool and stuff. Because we stayed, everyone was like, last year, the resort that we stayed at was great.
Yeah.
They're like, we need to do more resorts.
Yeah.
It's just more hangout area, more stuff to chill out.
It's nicer.
Restaurants on property.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No.
The only other negative there, I would say, is that we went regular diving the next day.
And you got bored. Yeah, put your cake away. You're the one talking right now.
I'm going to eat it. It's delicious.
It looks delicious. Yeah, you said you only did the first dive that day.
Yeah, I was kind of like...
a little bit boring.
Yeah.
But, well, I had a great time while you were gone. I really did. First of all, Abigail's such a fun age. I mean, my life consists of just toddler life, but we had play dates and all kinds of parks and things to do.
See, you had just as much fun as I did.
I had so much fun. I do. I absolutely love my time with her.
I didn't really talk about my work separation anxiety.
Oh, going on your trip?
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about it?
No, just no. No, it's just hard. It's hard to go on a trip, even when it's like any trip these days. It feels like I've got. I'm probably.
I thought the anxiety you had was that you didn't want to leave me and Abigail.
No, that's for true too. No. So we were originally going to go to Mexico, and I was like, I do not want to be far. I was going to cancel on everyone because I was like, I just don't want to be far away from you.
Well, and you were going to go 2 weeks later than you did, which would have been very close to a potential due date for the baby. And
yeah,
like,
it just wasn't worth it.
Especially Abigail came so early. So
anything happened to you, and I missed that opportunity to kind of be there, it would make me sad. Seriously,
so straight faced. I'd be very upset.
Oh, no, I'd never hear the end of it for you for the rest of my life. Yeah, remember that time that you went diving while I gave birth to your child?
With your other child in the OR because I had no one to watch her.
My parents were gone. My best friend was on vacation.
She was in the bob. Oh my God. Strapped
my child was in the Duna across the thing while they operated on me.
Seriously. Close your eyes, Abigail. Oh my gosh, that would have been bad. But no, we had a lot of fun.
What a sight for a baby or a toddler
to
sit there and like literally be in a room and then watch this person like cut you open, put this bloody baby like.
First of all,
be like, oh my God, what just happened?
That's why they don't allow children. They'd be like, I'm really sorry, we can't do. They'd be like, you must have someone you can call.
Have some ibuprofen. But some NyQuil.
No, instead, Abigail and I went to a birthday party down the street, which was really nice. And they had a fire truck do a foam party for these kids with like a bunch of music and stuff. And
I wonder what they paid for that.
You could ask.
I mean, it's got to be a fee. It can't be free.
It's not free. It's definitely not free.
Hey,
just call the fire department.
911, what's your emergency? Yeah, what do I got to do to get a fire truck here with some foam? Is this emergency, sir?
Well, it's crazy. It's like
I do need a fire truck.
They use their hose attachment thing, and obviously there must just be soap bubbles and like a thing.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking, like, why do firemen have a soap making machine? Like,
because nothing
are
has
you putting
the
out
force
fires with soap?
No, it's for the foam parties. It's just the same size top for the. I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to.
Why does a fire department
You should
have
ask
a
Nick.
foam?
Our brother-in-law is a firefighter. We need to talk to him about whether or not his unit does foam parties.
All right, well, we're gonna have to do some. We're gonna report back on this.
I know, but we went there, which was fun. She was not a fan of the foam at all, and she wound up.
Well, our daughter has a lot of tendencies. Oh, sorry.
What?
I was going to say she's inherited a lot of amazing things from us.
What tendencies does she have?
Well, in this tendency, she doesn't like anything touching her hands, or like if it's on her, she's like, oh.
But we've made a game of bubbles. We can blow them. So I thought
in the bathtub, I blow the bubbles.
Me too. Yeah. She didn't used to like them on her, but we showed her it could be.
No. So here's the thing: she doesn't like it on her, and she puts it out. And the game is you remove the bubbles from me.
Anyway, she was in this like sea of bubbles, and literally she's standing there like incapacitated, like she can't even walk, even though she's more than capable. And her arms stretched straight out to me. I'm trying to take a picture of her, and she's like, going, help.
It's interesting how like we get in situations where where your body freezes. Like I can't move right now.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Something's happening.
It is crazy. But I did. So while you were gone, because it is very hard I can grocery shop during the day, and I cooked myself dinner a couple of nights. But the one night it had just been a long day, and it was going to be a long night, and she hasn't been sleeping very well. And so I was going to DoorDash my dinner.
Because I'm gone.
And you're gone. And
so that's the only time you can DoorDash.
For all of our listeners, he's dead against DoorDash. But I was like,
for many reasons.
And this is going to confirm.
One is laziness.
Well, okay. And obviously it's like if she's down, I can't drive to the store.
When it's just you and you need food, the laziness card.
There's like a child sleeping in the house.
When you and I are at home and you're like, let's DoorDash this. I'm like, no.
We can drive 10 minutes down the road.
You can go or I can go.
Yeah.
Those are the options.
I do agree with that.
Okay. So how much spit was in your food? Tell me.
Probably none at first, but then maybe a little afterwards. So I always get DoorDash, but if Abigail's sleeping, the note is don't ring the doorbell, leave it down by the door, because chances are it's so late at this point, I'm already in my pajamas, so I don't want to see anybody or talk to anybody.
Right.
And so I'm like, just literally put it down at the front door. Okay.
So you made a note.
Yeah, I made a note. Everyone, you can have special
for the front.
Instructions.
Okay, so it was in the delivery notes on the app, not like a note taped to our door.
It is correct.
Okay,
and I almost taped one to our door just because I always worry. What if they don't see the note and they ring the darn doorbell?
Well,
that
first
would
of all, our doorbell
business.
doesn't even work right now.
Oh, well, that's good news. That's actually good news. I didn't think about that. But anyway, this is like you can have like a standard note that just stays there for every driver that ever delivers to you. So this is my note, and I'm on my phone and I'm like waiting for it to deliver, and it's, taking some time. And finally it says it's there. Abigail's sleeping, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Because it was hard to get her down that night. Finally got her down. And I was thinking, come on, food, because you never know how long she's going to be down for. And so I see it's been delivered, and I'm like, thank goodness. Okay, it's here. I go downstairs, and like through the window of the front door, I can see. But either way, I ordered Indian, which I always do because it's like a good takeout food. We never eat Indian, but it's something that it's kind of like, I hate to say it, it's kind of like slop on a plate. Like it's like saucy and like rice, and so it's
and it's like hot. It's not going to get like
you're not like sitting there.
It's not going to get stale. It's not going to get.
It's not fries. Like it wasn't fried food. Like something that could get like you don't want the condensation in the box,
gets into it.
Yeah. There's only a few things I would order out. Like I'm very picky, and so anyway, I walk downstairs, and there's like I can see it. It's like a pizza box, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I open the door, and I'm like, maybe they just gave me an extra naan. Like, what is happening? And I'm like looking at this box, and I'm like, oh no.
They delivered the wrong food.
Yeah. And the guy's gone. I mean, he's been gone for 2 minutes. I didn't even check my app to know it was at the door. He didn't ring the doorbell. He
followed your instructions.
He followed my fucking instructions. And now I've got someone else's food at my front door.
So what happened?
Well, it was Origin pizza. Okay. And some French fries. And trust me, I was so hungry.
Did you eat someone's French fries?
I didn't touch it. I looked at it, and I almost brought it inside because I was so over. This was like day 4. I was ready to just be like, fuck it. I'm eating soggy French fries and pizza. I would have never ordered food like that out. And so I'm like, I'm just going to eat it. But I go on the app, and I'm like, you can call the guy. And I'm like, hey, you delivered the wrong food. He doesn't answer. You can message him. He's like, oh, no, I don't have your address anymore. Can you give it back to me? Well, now I'm thinking, where's my food? Did you deliver my food to the wrong address? Did you not? So now and this is like,
no.
I'm sitting there going, this feels like a setup. Like my husband knew I was going to DoorDash and he was like, teach her a lesson and have the wrong food delivered. And I'm like, now this driver, well, and of course the driver didn't answer his phone at first. So I filed like a corporate complaint before my food came back.
So the poor guy made a trip back.
He came back and gave me
gave you the right food.
And I just said to him,
and were you like,
hold on. I said to him, I was like, the other food is at the door. Now I am telling you, whoever ordered that Origins pizza and fries,
their food was sitting on someone's front porch for
outside
30 minutes.
with the bugs for like 20 minutes. Oh my God. Isn't that horrendous?
And this is why we don't order DoorDash.
It's so bad.
Look.
Maria's like, shit, I got Origin pizza on Saturday night.
Well, we used to have a team member here who ordered DoorDash almost every day. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
And just from a monetary perspective.
Because you can leave. Yeah. No, by the way, for one person, just one, the naan and butter chicken, $50.
What? Did that come out of your personal or food account?
You think I have money in my personal anymore?
Actually, because we weren't really spending any money and we're together.
We had it there. It was
You can
fine.
use it. It's fine.
Budget banking.
Budget banking.
Anyway, so that was the DoorDash fiasco. And of course, so I talked to him either that night or the next day. I was like, I'm going to talk about it on the pod. And you were like, don't tell me.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Can you believe that though? The wrong food.
No, it's incredibly gross.
Well, and then I was mad.
Now I'm thinking about all the soggy fries in my life.
So now I'm upset because the guy had to come back to me. So my food was going to be to me a few minutes after it was made and ready and prepared in the restaurant. Now I've waited 20 minutes and I'm pregnant. So
was it cold?
It wasn't, but I put it in the microwave anyway to kill any.
Yes.
I cannot eat this untouched. Oh my gosh. So I don't think I'll be door dashing again, but that was that. Okay. We need to move into here. I have a question.
Yes.
We're doing a longer episode today.
Okay. Yeah.
Are we just
for those of you who are like, wow, I feel like it should be over.
Well, no.
We just hit time, but we're going longer.
But should we stop it and then do like the 101st episode?
No, we just keep going. The 100th, it's special.
But the whole point is my parents are leaving again, and so we need an episode to launch week over week.
Okay, so you just want to basically tell everyone that we're going to continue doing the episode, but we're going to call it the 100th first.
It's going to be the 100th. I'm going to stop for 2 minutes and eat my cake.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for hanging out with us this week. And any of you who have listened to 100 episodes of ours, we love you so much. Yeah, and we're questioning your sanity.
Because you've been now questioning ours.
No, it's good because we talk about a lot of funny things in our family, and we do have family members and friends who are like, I love hearing about this stuff. Because you just don't get it all the time.
Well, and you know what is funny about that is that we say things on the podcast because it is just you and I talking to each other.
That we would never say.
And we forget what we've publicized. And when someone says something, we're like, how did you know that? I hit the car.
No, seriously. Like people could literally do all the podcasts and then probably just steal our identities.
Oh, people could open up a brand new iPhone in your name.
Someone opened up an account at AT&T.
Christopher Abbott just bought a brand new
$1,700 financed a $1,700
He got billed for the first bill. Anyway,
I got the bill.
Protect your identity.
Are we talking about that in 2 minutes in the next podcast? Episode 101?
Next week.
Next week, guys. Here you go. Tricks of the trade.
Woo, 100th episode.